beautiful people, it's your girl T and I'm back, y'all. Yes, I am back, you guys, and I want to give huge apology to you all who were waiting for this part 2, who have probably already moved on to something else, have probably finished this page and everything else. I do apologize. I'm sorry. I intended on having part 2 up by early this week, maybe over the past weekend. However, you guys, I had midterm to do and I had to study and focus on that. And then afterwards, I got wrapped up in other things, not having to do much with this particular page. However, I do want to finish this page because I want to do it for an October finish. I don't do my finishes each month, but I do them quarterly. So I do want to finish this before the end of the month. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. I hope you guys are having a great day or evening wherever you're at. And if you're new to the channel, thank you for subscribing. I truly appreciate you. And if you are stopping by for the first time, welcome. My name is T and I hope that you guys like it here. And for all of the existing subscribers, you know I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for sticking by me even through some of my MIA activities. But anyways, let's get started. This is, again, Creative Haven Cozy Corners coloring book by Teresa Goodridge. This is her newest release coloring book. And on the last video, I did a what I call basing a page. Simply basing a page means putting a first layer of color on the page and then going back and doing some shading, highlights, and things like that, if you choose to. Now, this might be a finished page for many people. That's okay. But for me, this is not. I want to add more. So for me, this is a based page that I'm going to add more color to, okay? And I'm going to be adding color with color pencils, okay? I decided to use Deli color pencils for this page. I don't use them all the time, but I have used them and I do like them. And so I'm going to use these pencils for this page. There's only, I think, 72 colors in this set. And so I'm working with a limited palette, which is fine with me. I don't need to have, 150 pencils in order to color a page. I'm fine with smaller palettes. I can even color with a 24. So let's get started on that. And you guys, this time I'm not going to be using my color chart because I don't feel like going to get it. So I'm just going to grab and go, which I normally do in most cases, unless I'm not really sure how the color is going to come out. So again, these are Deli pencils. Let me get one out so you guys can see. Let's try the brown because I'm going to start with brown anyway, the darkest brown. So I'm going to pull this out so you guys can see. Okay, so this is a Deli pencil. Oh, let me turn it this way. All right, this is a Deli pencil. These, I believe, are oil-based pencils. I don't know if I have a swatching of this set on my channel. If I do, I'll link it in the description below for you if you're interested. Very simple, but a very nice pencil. There is the lead, and it's not sharpened. So I've been coloring, just playing around with these pencils this week, off camera, of course. And I have been sharpening with a comb, and this is the sharpener I'm using. Okay, so I have my trusty Jamnola cup from New Orleans. I'm going to put the shavings in, but this will be the sharpener I'm going to be using for this video. And just because, on the table that I'm on, there is not a lot of space, so I don't want to clutter it up. So yeah, we'll be using the handheld, and then I've got my trusty blotter page here at the back. And you guys, you might hear my doggy because he is in the other room, but I'm leaving the door open so I can hear if he's getting into something he's not supposed to. So, all right, so we're going to start with wood, and I'm going to start down here on this fireplace. So I'm going to zoom in. All the wood will be done starting with this pencil And anyone who's interested, it's number, if you have Deli pencils, it's number 164. I'm going to zoom in for you guys so you can see better. All right, so let me go ahead and sharpen it a bit because we're going to get into some of these details. And I'll show you guys how good it sharpens. I really like the handheld comb. If you don't want to spend a lot of money on a pencil sharpener, you can use a handheld comb and they are really, really nice. And that's K-U-M, comb. And it is a German brand. All right, and so that's how sharp I got it. That's as sharp as I need it. And so now I'm going to go in and let's do some color and chatting. All right, so before I start chatting, I'm going to tell you guys how I typically color her pages when it comes to wood. She kind of has these squiggly lines in here, you guys. You see that? I kind of go based on those as to where I'm going to put the darkest brown. And that's all around this wood here, as you guys can see. You see the little squiggly lines? I'll show you, like right here. I would go ahead and put the dark right in here. Just adding it. I mean, you can choose where. This is just how I do it. You can go on the opposite side, but it just really depends. I want the dark part of the darkest wood, or the little, I don't even know what they call it here. The grain. I want this dark grain to kind of be prominent. Okay. So it really all depends on your taste, right? You can do however you want it. You can do the inside instead of the outside like this. So, but I do like how Teresa Goodridge does this. She puts those lines there for you so that it takes kind of some guesswork out. If you're not, familiar with coloring wood, not everyone is. I'm not even that familiar with coloring it, but in her books, it's made so that you can do that easily. So, but anyways, that's that. So yeah, you guys, it's just been one of those weeks for me. I just been kind of busy. And with midterms, I'm so glad I got an A. Because right now I have a 95 in the class. Well, I had a 95 in the class, and now I have a 94. And I think it's because I got a low A on that exam. But as long as I have an A in the class, I'm even happy with a B at this point. Even a B is good, So this class is an international business management class, and it's boring. I'd rather be reading at this point. I'd rather be reading like a novel. I do like to read, and I read on my Kindle. I also like to read on physical books. But this reading is really boring. And so I try not to do the reading at night when I'm like super tired, but sometimes that's the only time I have to study. So sometimes I try not to do it when I'm super tired, but sometimes I have no choice. And there's been times when I've fallen asleep and like woken up with the laptop like on my lap, and I'm just like, oh my god, I fell asleep, and the reading is over. I do turn the audio on so that I can read along. I think it helps me with more focus, but the voice is so monotone, it'll make you sleepy. And by the way, you guys, for some reason I'm having sneezing fits, and I think it's because I'm cold. The weather is changing here in North Carolina. But it's still a little bit psychotic. It goes from like warm to cold, warm to cold. So you guys might, you probably won't hear me sneezing because I'm going to edit that out. But when I come back from a sneeze fit, I'm going to sound like I'm stuffy or nasally. So I'm just warning you guys in advance. I'm not sick. I just keep sneezing for whatever reason. But anyways, yeah, so it is boring to read. And so sometimes I wake up, Like, oh gosh, I didn't stay up to finish this. Now I have to start where I know I didn't fall asleep. So that can be a challenge. Sometimes I'm just too exhausted from work to even feel like doing any studying, but I force myself to do it. I just force myself to do it. And if I don't, finish the reading, I try to finish it on by Monday night. Like I listen to the lecture on Monday and while I'm at work. And then if I can get some of the reading, like the audio in, I'll try to do that. But typically that's not till Monday night. I really like to try to have all of the reading done by Tuesday because, guys, I just don't know what that is. Because I need to do the other assignments, and I kind of have a little plan on that. I don't want to be doing reading when I'm supposed to be turning in assignments. So yeah, so that's that. I've got a good grade in the class. The professor is pretty cool. It's not, super hard assignments. Typically, we just have to do a discussion about what we've learned or any of the questions that he has. He wants us to discuss any topics or case studies and things like that. So it's interesting, but the read is boring. I wish they could find a way to make textbooks a little bit more, I don't even know what to call it, a little bit more interesting. And then the people who are reading these, I think it's AI, but even still, they could make them sound less monotone. Because I don't do well with monotone. So sometimes I have to turn it off and just read it myself. Especially if I'm feeling sleepy and I know that I'm not trying to fall asleep. I will turn that thing off and just go ahead and read it myself. So guys, I'm still just going through here and choosing where I want to put dark. I mean, there's really no right or wrong way. It's like I say all the time, and I've said in the past, it's however you want to do it. Coloring's supposed to be fun, and so whatever you need to do to make it fun for you, then you do it. If you feel like this is, your way is the right way, it is, because it's your way. It's how you want to do it. But there is no right or wrong way. It's just, it's your interpretation of what you're seeing here that she's drawn. All right, so still going with the dark. I'm going to come here and add some on the corners. Now, she doesn't have any of that here on the corners, but this is just how I like to do it. Okay, now we're going to go, I'm going to work across and then down. Now, I'm not sure how much of this I will get done today because, these pages have a lot of details. So if I work off camera and come back on, I will show you guys what I've done between now and the end of the month. This page is probably going to take me several videos to do because there's a lot of detail. And I don't want these videos to be too long. From what I'm gathering from what I'm seeing and hearing and reading on comments, from not on my videos but other videos and stuff, is that people don't really like videos that are more than 30 minutes. I get it. The only thing is, when you're visiting other people's channels, we don't really know what their time constraints are. So if I don't want to watch a 30-minute video, I'll fast forward to the parts I like or I want to see. If it's a haul, I'll fast forward to maybe some products that I haven't seen and I'll stop and watch that. Sometimes I'll put it to my save to watch later and then just sit, just watch my save to watch later playlist, and it shows, videos like that, and when I'm done watching and I feel like I can't watch anything else, so I don't have time, I'll stop the video, so, and just come back to it later. So I don't really mind. I guess I'm saying all that to say I don't mind if a video is longer than 30 minutes, but there are a lot of people who don't like that. So I'm going to keep that in mind. However, there is no guarantee ever on my videos on this channel that you're going to have a video that is, I'm trying to always be under 30 minutes, because that's not reality for me. So, but yeah, I just thought I'd say a little bit of that. I know some people don't like long ones, but unfortunately, over here at T's World of Adult Coloring, you get what you get, because that's all I have to give at the moment. So, all right, so we're going to go back here. Again, I'm just, you guys, adding some dark. Let me sharpen, because I don't like how flat that is. All right, so I'm trying not to turn this book either, because I know it's harder for people to see when the book is turned. I like to color, with the page in the correct direction or orientation. So, but yeah, so I hope everyone's doing well. Hope everybody's healthy, and if you're somewhere where it's cold, that you're warm, that you're not stressed out, and that if you're coloring or diamond painting or crafting while you're watching, or if you're just resting while you're watching, that you are enjoying what you're doing at this very moment, and that you are not stressed out, that you're relaxed, that you feel loved and cared for, that you feel valued, and that you know that you matter. I think a lot of people right now don't feel that way. There's a lot going on in this world, and some people don't feel like they matter, but you do. Whatever circumstance you're going through, you matter. All right, so we're going to come down here. I'm going to get this wood later. I'm going to use the same color. So let's get down here. I'm going to figure out what I want to do. Okay, I'm going to go in these corners. So I'm going to start down here. Hope you guys can see. Let me make sure you guys can see. You can. All right, so I'm going to go down in here. And you guys, I do kind of press, not super hard, but medium. Now, if I want it to be darker, I'll go over it a couple times like I'm doing now if I'm holding my pencil up high. Try not to hold it down here, because then I tend to press hard. So I kind of scoot it down some, so I'm not pressing so hard. And that is a technique if you're new to coloring. That's how you can try to get yourself not to color hard, is to hold your pencil up higher like this. And that kind of helps. If you tend to hold, press hard, you can always go over stuff. We're going to see how well these are going to layer. Sometimes I don't even test, guys. I'll just say, go for it. T, go for it. And then, as I'm coloring, I'm like, oh gosh, these don't layer very much. So I will adjust as I go along if it's not layering very well. Okay, so that's what I want to do for this panel. Just like that. All right, so we have top of the, so you have to pay attention to these lines, because with furniture, this is supposed to be the flat part of the furniture. So I'm going to just add a little bit of shading there. That's the flat part. And this is the part that folds down. That's the corner. So I'm going to put some there. This is how I do it, y'all. Just so we know that that's the front part of that cabinet, or not cabinet, but bench. Again, you do you. If you don't like that, then you can do it your way. All right, so then next we have, excuse me, we have this is the, gosh, I forget what this is called. It's another panel, a decorative kind of panel for this. So I'm gonna color the edge just like this. But yeah, guys, so, you know, I don't know if you're new to this channel, me and my family have a Christmas tradition. I know I talked about Christmas last time, but I don't think I talked about this. So I know I didn't talk about this. So me and my family, we have this tradition for the holidays. I cook Thanksgiving and the guys cook Christmas. For Thanksgiving, I cook traditional Thanksgiving food. So we'll have like a turkey. Now there's one thing that I always do for Thanksgiving now that they do not want to miss having every Thanksgiving is a roasted pork shoulder or Boston butt. But I do it in a way called pernil, which is Puerto Rican, a Puerto Rican slow roasted pork shoulder. So I do that, and it's marinated overnight, 24 hours or more, and then you slow roast that thing I slow roast it for like 5 to 6 hours. It's almost as long as the turkey. Well, no, shorter for the turkey because we bag it, but it's slow roasted and it's not in a bag. So you're literally having your oven on for hours. But anyways, I cook that, and then I'll, make traditional macaroni and cheese, collard greens, candied yams. We'll have stuffing and, cornbread dressing rather. And then we'll have like, what else do we have? Cornbread dressing. Oh yeah. And then I'll make, some salads like an ambrosia salad or Watergate salad. And I'll make all my pies and make the pies and the cakes. So yeah, I do all that. And then we have rolls. So I do the traditional Thanksgiving. Oh guys, I forgot something here. I don't like this. I do the traditional Thanksgiving, and then for Christmas, the guys cook. In our tradition, we've been doing this for probably, I want to say, maybe 8 years, is that we cook a Christmas dinner from a different country. And the way that we decide what country is, everyone, even at the time he was little, even the youngest, would get to choose what country they were interested in having, food from for Christmas. So this year, you guys, this year I chose Colombia. No, yeah. Either Argentina or Colombia. And I forget what Christian chose. Anyways, I forgot what everybody chose. But anyways, we are having an Egyptian Christmas dinner. So my oldest, he loves going, he loves choosing foods or countries where he knows good and darn well that we're probably gonna be like, what? And it's just something he likes to do. He likes us to go outside of the box kind of thing. And it's fine because I do want us to do that. That's the whole purpose of choosing another country for Christmas, is because we want to try different foods and be open to other cultures and things like that. That's just something I've always loved to do. Even when I was growing up in San Diego, I was around many cultures. because San Diego, although it's a beautiful seaside city, major city, it is also a navy place, a military place. So we had a lot of we'd have a lot of I had a lot of different experiences of different people all around me. So, Filipino and Laotian, Thai, Vietnamese, Chinese, Japanese, Mexican. I mean, Brazilians were there. I mean, it's Samoans, everybody. It was just that way. And I think it was because of the military most of all, but also too because San Diego is just a beautiful place. People want to be there. So, I always wanted my children to be open to other cultures, other people. And I've always, had people of different cultures and races around me because I think that makes a more well-rounded individual. So, and people, it makes me a more compassionate person for others. So, so he chose Egypt, and so we're having an Egyptian Christmas dinner, and I'm really excited about it. When me and my husband went to New Orleans, we did try Ethiopian food for the first time, and it was absolutely delicious. So I'm looking forward to the Ethiopian Christmas dinner. My son, since he is the one he and his father and Christian will be cooking, he is to come up with the menu. Now, whoever's country wins comes up with the menu. Granted, Christian won't be doing that because he's too young. I don't want him to come up with a menu. So my son is coming up with the menu, and he's already shown me some pictures of some things, and then he's starting to get crazy with talking about eating something that's equivalent to a pigeon. I was like, we're not buying that. Mom is not buying pigeon. We're not eating that. Don't start being weird. So I have to tone him down a bit sometimes. It's like, no, that's not an option. And anyways, he has to create the menu, and then he presents the menu to us prior to December so we can prepare to know what we need to buy for those things. And anything that I can keep in the pantry, I try to get those things early so we don't have to fuss with it. But yeah, so I'm pretty excited because some of the things that he showed me look so good. And I think it's things that we would eat, or that we do eat, but we don't eat together or have on a one plate. So it's interesting to see how, different countries or cultures, you eat the same foods, but in a different way. So I'm really excited about it. So we are having an Egyptian Christmas, and I think Christian he's open to eating new foods. He's slowly coming around, and I'm so proud of him because he did, when we went to his field trip to Charlotte where I killed my feet, I said, hey, Christian, what do you want to eat? Because we stopped, we took them to eat dinner, and we ended up getting Ethiopian food. He wanted to try it, and I was so happy that he wanted to try it because he's one of those kids, burgers and fries, pizza. For the most part, if you offer him that, it's a yes, automatic. But if you're offering him other things typically that are not that, or ribs, or chili dogs, stuff like that, then he's really not interested in it. But he was really interested in it. I was like, yay, we're going to have some Ethiopian food. And he enjoyed it. From what he ate, I mean, he ordered, I think they're called sambosas, or forget what they're called. It's like a little pocket filled with meats and stuff like that. And so he enjoyed that, and he did eat some of the other food that I got. I got this meat platter, and I forget the name of the dishes, so because again, it's only my second time. But it was so good, and he enjoyed it. So yeah, we're going outside of the box again for Christmas. I'm so excited. I think last year my country won. I didn't even get to talk about that. Last year I chose Brazil and my country won, and we had a Brazilian Christmas dinner, and some of the items were absolutely delicious. The only thing that really threw everybody off was the potato salad. And according to my son and his friends in Brazil, they're like, not sure what region that potato salad is from, but that is not good potato salad. And I was like, oh, darn it. I said, we should have asked your friend when we were doing this, when I was doing this menu. It didn't sound that great, but I was like, look, guys, the whole purpose of us doing this is so that we try new things. We eat everything in this dish, in this potato salad, but we don't eat these things together like this. So, it can't be that bad. It wasn't disgusting or anything. It was just not that tasty. Let's put it like that. That was the only dish. But we did roasted chicken, I think. No, it was a roasted turkey, because it was but it was like marinated in like oranges and lemons and like citrus. Oh, it was so fresh. It was so good. Now I didn't cook. I just came up with the recipes. The only thing I made was the dessert, which was absolutely delicious. That was so good. And again, guys, I can't even tell you the name of it. So, but anyways, very, very good. I really enjoyed our Christmas dinner last year. And so I'm looking forward to this year. So as you guys can already tell, I have Christmas on the brain. It is my favorite time of year, although fall is my favorite season. All right, so this is probably a metal piece that I colored as wood, but we're going to go ahead and keep it as wood, because now that I look at how this is drawn, it kind of looks similar to this. So this could have been a metal, like ledge or whatever you want to call it, because I'm not really familiar with all the terminology for fireplaces either. So we're just going to color it as wood. Okay, so I'm gonna let that have the light, and we're gonna get down here. So, but yeah, so I'm looking forward, you guys, to Christmas this year. Even though things will be a little tight, because it's tight for everyone, I'm still looking forward, because the thing that matters the most is that we're spending time with family. It's not really about the gifts and things like that. It's about family. So as long as my family's together, I'm good. So now we're going to go down here and add. I'm just going to do it along this edge here. It's kind of hard for me to color this way. I have to keeping this page straight, y'all, just for you guys. If I was like coloring without this camera on it, I'd have it turned like this and like that. But we're not going to do that. We're going to keep it just like this. All right, we're going to keep it just like this. So all right, so now we're going to get down here. Now this is coming down. So this is like a corner of a wall, if you will, the corner of the fireplace or the bottom of the fireplace, but it's like a wall, like a baseboard. So we're gonna go ahead and color that. Yeah, so you guys let me know what you guys are planning to do for the holidays? What do you guys do? Do you go out to dinner? Because I know a lot of people don't even want to cook. They're like, no, we're going to go out. We're going to find some kind of nice, Thanksgiving buffet at at a local restaurant or something like that, or go pick up our dinner from the grocery store. I've seen that a lot too. People like go get their turkey dinners already pre-made. All they got to do is heat it up, and to each his own, because whatever is good for you is good for you. Now, I know, I think one year my parents and they found a nice Thanksgiving dinner buffet at a restaurant that was actually catering it, but they had stuff like prime rib, and I mean, it wasn't a skimpy thing. It was like, and it was pretty pricey. I think they said it was like almost $100 per person, maybe, or 70 something like that. And I was like, wow. But even still, I mean, if you want to do something like that, go for it, because a lot of people don't want to cook. Especially too, when you don't have a lot of family coming, it doesn't make sense to cook all that food and you're not going to have people there to eat it. Oh, so, I think that when my children, or, once my last one's out of here, well, my oldest has moved back in, but once they're gone, they might have their own things they might, they want to do. So me and my husband might be coming to them. Let them handle it all. We're just there, visiting them. But for now, it's Thanksgiving dinner is at mom and dad's. So, and I don't know, that might not, that might be the tradition every year. Who knows? When they get older and have their own things they want to do, that's, because I don't go home every holiday. I don't think I've been home for Thanksgiving or Christmas in probably more than 5 years. I think more so because, my dad used to always tell us to, tell me, you start your own, cook dinner at your home for Thanksgiving and stuff, so that your family can have leftovers. Because when you go to other people's homes for, dinner and stuff, it's nice, but at the end of the night, when you're sitting there watching a good movie, a Christmas movie, you're like, ooh, I'd like to have a quick little piece of turkey on a roll. And you're like, oh, but I don't have any. Because I didn't cook. I didn't do that. So my dad would always tell us, even if you're going to go visit other people for Thanksgiving, you're not, having it at your house, always make something so you can have something for when you're at home. And it makes a lot of sense, because who wants to come home and then, like, again, you're sitting there like, oh, I want a piece of turkey, and you don't have any because you didn't get it, you didn't make it. So yeah, I think my dad for giving me that advice, but now it's come to the point for me is like, no, I'm cooking here. I don't want to go anywhere else. I don't want to go. I don't want to travel for the holidays. And as I get older, I feel more and more like that. I don't want to travel during the holidays. Now that I have a 13-year-old, I mean, things like that might change, but it was mainly because I had a young kid and they want to wake up on Christmas morning and run to their Christmas tree, run to their stocking. That's, you only get that moment with them for so many years and then it's done. I mean, he's older now. Both of my kids are older. I have an adult son, and then I have a teenager, basically preteen. And so he's not trying to get up early. They're not, yipping and screaming and laughing and doing all that Christmas morning anymore. It's like almost kind of dull, and I don't like it. But I know he's growing up, so things like that, that's going to change. So, but anyways, y'all, this So this Christmas, I anticipate we'll probably be sleeping in a little bit. It just really depends on him because, you know, for me, Christmas is for the kid. I mean, we do spoil each other. You know, everybody spoils each other here, but, you know, I'm the one who's most excited for Christmas, and it's really for the kids. And I like to see the happy looks on the faces when they're opening up gifts. They didn't think I was paying attention or something like that, or they didn't know that I knew they wanted something. You know, I love it. It makes me happy to see my family happy. And that's, you know, I know everyone feels that way, but when you go like travel for Christmas, I don't want to bring gifts. I don't want to have Christmas early. I don't want to have Christmas when we get back. I just don't want to do that. I want to have Christmas on Christmas. Is that being spoiled? I don't know. My husband says I'm spoiled. I don't know if that's spoiled or that's just, you know, that's just what I want. I'm not sure. So I'm assuming this is just another decorative type of panel. So we're going to color it as such. Let me sharpen. So with these pencils, I find that I have to sharpen quite often, but that's okay. Now, I don't know if these pencils, you can purchase these or where you can purchase these. I'll find out and also leave a link for you down in the description. But these are really nice pencils. You know, lots of good pigment on them. So, but yeah, I probably am a little spoiled. Well, I'm the only girl in the house. So what am I supposed to be? I'm the only lady in the house. So maybe I am. I don't know. Anyone else the only lady in the house? You guys let me know. Are you guys a little spoiled? I don't know. Maybe I am. That's okay though. It is okay. I'm just gonna give this a little bit of color here. It is okay. Okay. Yeah, so that's about traveling and Christmas tradition. Oh, another thing that we do for Christmas. I'm so excited about Christmas. Is we like to have a gingerbread decorating contest. So what we do is I get the gingerbread houses, the pre-made ones. We're not making our own gingerbread. We're not doing all that. But everybody gets their own gingerbread house kit, and we decorate. We sit down and we decorate it. Everybody decorates the way they want to. And then what I do, you guys, is we have a vote. We get a vote as to whose is the best. And the way that we do that is that I post the pictures, everybody's picture or everybody's gingerbread finished on Facebook, and we let our Facebook family and friends vote on whose was the best. Now, when I post the pictures, I never say whose is whose. They're only numbered 1 through 4. And then we get the votes. And that's something I've been doing for the last couple of years or so. And it's been so fun. And it looks like, I think last year, did we do it last year? I want to say we did. If we did it last year, I think Kai, my oldest, he won. And then one year, I think the year before that, I think that's when we had our friend from England here and she participated. I think she won that year. And the year before that, he won. I think one year, Christian won. And I think they won. They could tell. Like you could tell which one's the little kids. So people were voting for his. I think it was to make him feel good. But I appreciate that too, because he was a little salty that he wasn't winning. So I think that this year is going to be fun because he's older and he can better do things better with, the gingerbread and the decorating and stuff. So we're going to see, and he's very competitive. So we're going to see who wins this year. So I got to go look for gingerbread. And if you don't get those things early, you guys, they go so fast. It's hard to find them. Yeah, so that's another thing that we do. We also typically it's usually in December that we go, but we try to get tickets to go to like a Busch Gardens has like a Christmas time, or like, I forget, what do we call it again? Like a winter wonderland. And we go do that. That's something that we do. And I've been asking the youngest, like, do you want to do that this year? You know, because he's getting older. He doesn't want to do this kind of stuff. But he wants to go to, it's called Christmas Town. He wants to go to Christmas Town. He doesn't want to go ice skating. So we'll see though, because we might be ice skating this year. We'll see. So Raleigh, what they do is they have this ice skating rink set up downtown, and you buy tickets in advance and you go ice skating. And it's so nice. Your ticket includes your ice skating, your skate rental, and like several hours out on the ice. And we went one year, and Christian, he had a blast. But, you know, afterwards, because it's cold, you know, it's cold out there, and then you're on that ice and you're falling, you're getting wet. He was like, I'm ready to go. I'm wet. I'm ready to go. So I was like, okay. But he had fun. They have some vendors out there so you can enjoy some, you know, hot beverages and nachos and stuff like that. So it was nice. I really enjoyed that. And it's so cool to see, like, when the city, you know, when they come up with events like this for families to enjoy, or friends, if you have a bunch of friends who want to go do some fun stuff like that. It's so cool when they make that kind of stuff happen for the city. So yeah, we're trucking along here with this wood, y'all. It's a lot of wood. So I'm going to try to speed it up a little bit. Guys, again, I'm not this person who tries to be perfect. So if you're looking for that, you're at the wrong channel. It is what it is. But yeah, so what else do we do? Every year, my guys say, I never let anyone else pass out gifts. I'm always the one who plays quote unquote Santa. And I'm, you know, my husband, he can care less. But they're, you know, they do say that. I'm like, no, because I know what really it's because I want to see them open their gifts, and I can wait till the end. You know, I want them to open. So maybe this year I'll give that up. We'll see. Probably not. Probably not. They just have to understand. It's just something I want to do. I want to see everybody open. And I typically go last. I even want my husband to go before me. He's like, no, you go. You know, I'm like, no, you go. But maybe this year we'll do, everybody opens one. You know, once we divvy it out, everybody opens one. And go around like that. Oh, forgot this. See, gotta kind of pay attention. When there's a lot of details, you gotta really pay attention. I think I forgot to color that, but that's okay. We're gonna go ahead and do that. Gotta pay attention to what's happening on the page. So, okay, what do I want to do a corner here? Okay, so I think we have all the wood done. We do on that. So now I'm gonna try to find like a mid color brown, and just hit some of that with a middle color brown that I like. So no, that's reddish brown. I should have got the color chart because these are not the same as. So I'm going to just scratch over here. Okay, that'll do. So this number is 162. And I'm just going to add just a little bit. Not a lot, because I don't want to change the way this looks too much. And just in certain areas, not everywhere. And middle color. Yeah, so I'm, we'll see what I feel like doing this year, y'all. We'll see. We shall see. But I'd like to hear what you guys, like, if you want to send me a message or a comment, like, tell me some things that you guys do. Because like I said in the last video, I am looking for some ideas for new things to do, because of the fact that I do have a preteen, and some of the things that we do you may not want to do anymore because of how old he is. Any of y'all have a 12 or 13-year-old? I don't care if it's a boy or a girl. What kind of things do you guys do at Christmas as a family? I'm interested to know. Because, I think Christian, as long as he's just at that stage where he just loves video games. And I get it. Video games are so fun. But, you can't be doing that all day. Not at this house. You're not doing that all day. Now, if I'm just like in the bed or chilling and all that kind of stuff, and we don't have plans and your chores are done, I don't care. Go ahead, go play. But nah, we don't just sit and, I don't like him to do that. Although it does happen sometimes. And he'll get annoyed if I'm like calling him all the time. Christian, come here. What are you doing? Oh, video games. Okay, well, how you've been playing it for a while. Let's go ahead and turn that off. Let's watch a movie. That's what I usually do. Let's watch a movie. What movie, Mom? And he will not, you guys, he will not watch Disney movies with me. There are some Disney movies I really want to like rewatch, from when I was a little girl. I got him to sit and watch Little Mermaid with me, and that was funny. He was like, he's just like, Mom, no, I don't want to watch this anymore. After that, he's like, I don't want to watch any more Disney movies. He used to like Disney movies. I'm so sad about this, y'all. He does not want to watch them. He said it's too much singing. Too much singing, and he does not want to watch musicals. So we're at that point with him. Like, no, he's not watching musicals. So, yeah. No musicals. So now it's like, okay, well, what do you want to watch? So I kind of let him try to, choose the movie, or we'll go on Netflix and like, which, have you seen this? Have you seen that? And you're like, no. So yeah, I really wish he would do the Disney with me, but I think it's a wrap on the Disney movies. So now like the ones that don't have a ton of singing, I think he'll be okay with. But for the most part, a lot of them have a lot of singing, so he's probably not going to be joining me for those. But I think it's funny. I think he's hilarious. I'm just like, boy, sit down and watch it with me. Who cares if it's a lot of singing? It's because it's happy. He's like, no. I think it's so funny when, kids get like that, because they're becoming teenagers and they're just not interested. It is not, what do they call it? What they say, that's not it. It's not it. not it. So yeah, it's funny to me. But yeah, and he's a funny kid, so just don't know what he's gonna say sometimes when it comes to that kind of stuff. Too much singing. I don't want to watch musicals. Nah, that's not my thing. I don't like musicals. He doesn't even like watching superheroes. He used to love superheroes. And I'm like, what? Why don't you like superheroes anymore? I'm baffled by that one. Because my husband loves watching superhero movies and he is just not interested. I really do think it's because of video games. He really wants to just be back there playing basketball all the time. You know, or playing Roblox. That's another one that a lot of these young kids want to play is Roblox. Every time I turn around, they have an update for that Roblox. I'm like, if I have to keep updating Roblox, I'm going to have a heart attack. To me, updating Roblox is the same as him not wanting to watch Disney movies. It's like getting on my nerves. I'm like, you don't want to watch Disney? I don't want to keep updating Roblox. Every time I turn around, you're like, please update it. You know, I'm tired of it. But, you know, what do we do for the kids? We do what we can to make their lives a little bit easier, happier. So I update it. But yeah, he just wants to do that. You know, I just don't want him to grow up so fast, but he is my last one. My last kid, my baby. He doesn't even like me calling him baby. I'm like, look, you are my baby. You'll always be the baby. No matter how old you are, you'll always be my baby. And the same with your brother. He will always be my baby. It doesn't mean that literally we're calling you a baby. You're just the baby of the family. You know, Kai will be like, yes, you're the baby. He doesn't like that. He gets teased by his big brother. I think it's funny. So you guys, there's no rhyme or reason to me like where to put this. It's just wherever I'm feeling like putting it. Because I do want some of the lighter areas to peek through. So now I'm going to come over here. And I think that's going to be all for this video, y'all. Because I'm starting to get a little tired. And I still have an errand to run. Because for me, it is actually a little before 3 o'clock in the 3 p.m. So, and I do want to make sure that I get to the post office to mail off a package before they close. So, as you can see down here, I'm just going to add a little bit more of this because I feel like this is a little bit too much of the lighter part peeking through, but just trying to do it kind of lightly. Trying to go on top of the dark a little bit. Again, I'm a messy colorist, so although you guys might think it's not messy, to me, I'm not I just go with it, y'all. That's it. Maybe I'll just say that. Maybe not messy, but just more go for it. Okay, I think that's good. I think I got all that. Oh, look, I forgot this whole section, y'all. I'll fix that. I'll have to get the markers back out. I guess I could do the dirt path up here. I'll use this same brown. Need to sharpen that. And then I'm going to probably end here once I do that. When I see you guys next time, hopefully within the next less than a week from now, I will have fixed this and we will I'll probably start on doing a lot of the, I think I get the plants and this all done. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I might, but when I come back, this outside of this window might be complete because I do want to like move forward. But you guys let me know in the comment section if you want to see all that. I could probably do that, like record it and speed it up. You know, not, you know, real time, but record it and speed it up and add it to the next video that I record real time. We'll see. We'll see. Try not to make too many promises because, you know, I don't sometimes feel I have control over what is going on in my life as far as time is concerned. Yeah, because I got a tournament, taking the little one to his tournament on next Saturday. This Saturday we have a couples retreat at church, so I'm looking forward to that. It is going to be nice to go and be with other couples and talk about marriage, you know, and happy that I have a husband who wants to go do that with me. Because there's some men, they're not interested, you know, like, no, I don't want to do that. But I'm lucky to have a husband who will do that with me. You know, you always want to be in a place where you can grow. And I feel like doing things like that helps us grow. So, grow together. All right, y'all. So that is all that I'm going to be doing on this video. I hope that you guys like this because I do love it. It looks so rich. Like rich wood, you know, like nice wood. So I really like that. And I hope I wasn't out of screen when I was doing most of this. So if I was, oops, sorry, y'all. But here is the finished wood. And when we come back, we will work on the cushions, the vase, the flowers, all the leaves. Those I can do really quick. So, all right, y'all. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And until next time, y'all, take care.